What's up, everybody? Robin E here, back in the building. Okay, we in a purple room with it. So excited to have my guest in the building. Author, producer, media guru, just an all-around amazing woman, Miss Maxi Norman in the building. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
We got a nice intro.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. And don't she look beautiful, y'all? Oh, she looks so beautiful. Just beautiful. I love it. It's the blue for me. That's so calming and everything. I love it. So I definitely appreciate you coming on Pillow Talk Podcast. You're somebody that's definitely been doing a lot, with your books and also being involved in the community. So we definitely have to chop it up with you.
Yeah, I'm out here a little bit.
You're out here a little bit. Big bit. Now, I got to introduce you, obviously, to, the Pillow Talk Nation. Can you just tell us where you're from?
I am originally from North Chicago, Illinois, so that's what I represent.
Okay. No go for those that don't know. Okay, I rock with North Chicago. Y'all are right in my book. I'm a bulldog, but
I graduated from Waukegan.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's dope. So, growing up for you, have you always kind of been involved, in writing and just kind of expressing yourself in that manner?
I can say that I've always been creative. I wasn't like dead set on becoming an author. That's just something that kind of fell into my lap. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like something that I like. I always loved books. I always loved to read. I always like being creative. I didn't know that it was gonna come out in that form. So
yes, okay, absolutely, being creative. What did you want to be when you was a kid? What you thought you was gonna be as an adult?
I thought I was gonna be a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, really?
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, you like kids?
I do like the kids, but I don't know about these new kids. But I did. I did think I was gonna be a kindergarten teacher because you could be like super colorful, super creative, like have them doing activities all the time. So yeah,
I love it. Kindergarten was a safe time. Now life was easy.
Yeah, right. I was just about to say that was the easy breezy.
Life was easy for
time.
you. Yeah, that's dope. I love that. Now, again, you are an author. You do media. You're a virtual assistant.
Yeah,
producer. Okay, she does a lot. So, off the bat, if you had to pick one that you really, really love the most, which would it be?
I would probably say producing. I would probably stay in the. I like to see people's dreams come to life, so I like to stay in the media production area. But
I love that.
I got a few titles, I guess you could say, and I still work corporate, so I do all of that.
Okay, now how are you surviving? How are you living life doing all of that?
I don't know yet.
That's a lot to juggle.
Just a little bit of sleep, that's all.
Just a couple hours.
Maybe like 4 or 5.
Slight eyes shut, not all the way.
Yeah. And I wake up to answer my emails, so
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
So you're good at multitasking.
Definitely. Yeah, I stay organized and multitask because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shows I currently have production on.
Yes.
Some of them are on summer vacation, but
okay.
It's 4 shows right now.
Okay, well, look, let's tap into that real quick because I'm definitely interested to know more about that. I'm sure everybody else wants to as well. So, first off, how did you get into producing?
I kind of fell into it. So, I produced a show called The Radical Radio, hosted by Coach L, Ladina Chisholm, and she always would. I've been on the corporate side. I always been like administrative assistant, executive assistant. I always did like office management work. So she would always put me down as her admin. And then when she fell into doing radio and then currently now she's a podcast host, it was just like automatic for her. And I'm like, what? I don't know nothing about that. But it kind of it worked out. So from her show, then it was Autumn Latrice's Paint and Release. Then my sister had a show, Hey Girl, Hey. Then now it's I have another friend who has a show called Infinite Visionary. She has a podcast. So all of those rolled in together. And then currently me and my sister dropped our own podcast, which is Regina Kids. So it was just kind of like, they just kept coming. So
yes. Okay, look, we love it. Okay, we love it for all the variety right there. We love it. Now, as a producer, like, do you have a certain show in mind that you always want to produce, or do they just, gravitate towards you?
I'm pretty much open to any show,
Okay.
honestly. So I'm just kind of like, if you have a dream, you give me a vision, then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it come full circle for you.
Okay.
So, no discrimination.
Okay.
So,
I
I'm
love
open to all
it.
shows.
Now, what's your favorite thing about producing?
I just like the creative process and watching like something that you just write down on paper become full circle. Like when Dina wrote out the Radical Radio Show, we didn't think that we started out in a small radio station. So we went from that to being online to fully becoming a podcast. And to just see it turn into what it turned into, and then all the other shows just branched off of that one that I just produced in a matter of 2 years. It was just like anything we write down on this paper, if you dream it, think it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen.
Okay.
So
yes. I know that's right. We're gonna make it happen.
Make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen. Okay. I love that. I think that's super dope. We definitely need more Black women producers in all, areas for sure. But I love that anytime I see, another Black woman that's kind of, running that background show, because producers are very essential.
Yeah, I was always one. I don't need to be in front of the camera. I think we're writing the books is what's pushed me out there. Because if it was up to me, I'd stay in the back. Just put my name on the credit. I'm good with that.
Okay. You like forget all that. Forget all that.
All right. Forget all the getting dolled up and all that. I'm good on that. Just I can stay in the back. I was fine with that, but people keep telling me, no, I don't think that's where you belong. Like, so I'm here now.
Look, I think both. I think you can do both, definitely. Yeah. You have a detailed mind, like you said, you're organized for one, which is very important. But you're personable. For those that obviously don't know, I've known you previously before this, but you've always just been somebody that's just approachable and easy to communicate with. That's important too.
Yeah, that ain't always been the case, I guess.
Oh. The truth's about to come out. Y'all, the truth is about to come out. Okay, because hold on a second. We got Mother of Legends.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Yes. Okay. She said, hey, Maxi Norman. I love you, cousin. Absolutely. Okay. Make sure that you guys follow her. If you're not following her, share this video. Make sure you tap in. Okay, tap in for sure. I love that, definitely. Now, we got to get into the books, okay? We got to get into the books for sure. Now, for one, 2 amazing books that she wrote. I gotta scoot up so y'all can see. Okay. Okay, Crispy. We have Love You More here. I love that. Hello. Hey, y'all. Okay. All my broken crayons still colored. Oh, let me tell you, that title right there. Y'all, so amazing. So amazing. So we're going to definitely get into the books. First off, I want to start with Love You More. Okay. This is an amazing book. It basically is about, dealing with grief and loss, but this was a very personal book, I feel like, for you.
It was.
Okay. Let's get into it. What was the inspiration for you to start this?
I definitely wasn't in the plan to write a second book, but I realized that over the past 5 years, I was just losing a lot of people. And then I lost one of my closest friends last year on my dad's birthday, and it was just devastating to me. And the book just poured out after that in 2 weeks.
Wow. So you wrote this in 2 weeks?
2 weeks. That's this is my heart in true form about the people that I lost and how I was dealing with losing them people and how I'm living with being without them. So the way the book is set up is you'll get a story, you'll get an affirmation, you'll get one of the stages of grief that I was going through living without these people, and then at the end you'll get to meet them. Because there's a picture in there showing you who the person is. So,
wow, that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
so beautiful. I think anybody, for one, that's able to talk about death in detail like that, is a very strong person. Death is never easy. Grieving is never easy.
It's not. And I realized a lot of things I was going through, I didn't know exactly what it was till I wrote the book and started researching the 5 stages of grief. And I was able to actually put words with what I was actually feeling. So that's another thing that came out of that book. So some people don't know what anxiety feels like or depression. They don't really know. They just hear people throw those words around. So I give you a full definition of what it is and how when you lose somebody, you may not even know that you're going through that stage because you can go through all 5 of them at the same time and not even know what it is or what is it that you're going through. So that's what happened.
Now, the 5 stages of grief. I mean, if you could, just list them for us.
So there's anger, depression, bargaining, acceptance, and denial. So, and then sometimes people always just associate grief with the loss of a person, but you can grieve friendships that you lost, you can grieve your job, you can grieve like plenty of things. Because when you think about the stages, you realize like people feel depressed all the time. They be in denial about a lot of stuff, I'm sure. Like people always try to bargain. And, when you're in the grieving process, bargaining is probably the worst one because you cannot try to bargain with God or whatever you believe in to change the outcome of something that's already happening. And then, people are angry. Like you be angry because the selfish part of you still want them people to be here. Whether it's somebody like most of the people in my book passed when they were young, they were in their 40s. So that's anger, like they too young. Or even if it's your grandmother and they're 90 years old, the selfish part of you still want them to be here. So this makes you angry. And in the end, you just gotta figure out a way to accept it. So that's why I also included something in there about just appreciating the people that you love and learning to heal from that. So
yes, that's so beautiful, y'all. I mean, it and the 5 stages of grief, I definitely didn't know. So I learned that, reading a book and just identifying it as well. I've only lost one person that was really close to me all my life. So just seeing that on paper and having you explain that, I think really just made the book, hit a different spot. It hit a different spot. Now, you do mention people close to you that passed away. And one of the most interesting stories was definitely your grandmother. I think that was very interesting. So if you don't mind, just kind of like, giving us kind of like a overall view of like what you learned kind of with your relationship and your grieving, her death.
The story of my grandmother is actually the longest story in the book. Okay. And it was the hardest story. I finished her story on her birthday last year. And it was just one of those things where anger can actually consume you and you really think that you being angry at somebody for so long is actually affecting them. And it's not. It's only affecting you. It's hindering your life from you being better, you feeling better. It's like when people say that cliche like, oh, forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. It is because you walk around angry and this person is still happy, still living their life, still doing everything they want to do, and you still mad. Like, why are you still mad and you holding on to that? And it took me, like, if you read it, it took me 4 years, like a day before she passed away to let that go. Because I had to realize that if something was to happen to her, if I didn't get it out or see her again, would I actually be okay? I might have been, I just knew I wasn't going to be okay. Something about that wasn't going to sit good with me. And once a person is gone, ain't no way to fix it. Ain't no going back and no woulda, shoulda, coulda, I wish I coulda. No, it's not. So.
Wow. Yeah, that was very interesting for sure. And I mean, just the vulnerability that you had to even write that in detail, I commend you for that.
Oh, I appreciate it. Really, this book, a lot of it was just getting it all out. Like, I realized that, and in me preparing to write my third book, it was like my first book was about like being encouraged and trying to, because I wrote the first book after I lost my dad and I didn't know how to grieve that situation because it was so much going on and it was so traumatic for me that I didn't know how to grieve that and I was kind of going crazy. So the first book was really me encouraging myself to just keep going. And then the second book is kind of like, okay, I encourage myself to keep going, but I need to heal from all of this. So I got to let it all out.
Yeah.
So the ending of I guess the 3 books, the last one is going to be, I let it all go now.
Okay.
So I'm free from all of this. So now I'm free to just live my life however I feel. So
Yes. Okay, y'all. I love it. Make sure that y'all giving her some hearts. Make sure y'all giving her some hearts, y'all. Okay, Maxi is she ain't letting it go. Okay, look, cause it's the fan club for me. Mary Regina.
Oh, that's my mama.
All right, she said that's my baby. So proud of her. I know that's right, mama. Okay, I know that's right. Okay, and then we have Mother of Legends. Okay, she said I love you more. Warm soup for the soul. It just hits the heart. Okay, look, I love it. I love it. I love the support. Definitely. Like I said, this book, just your vulnerability. I love it. I definitely love it. Now, one more thing I do want to just touch on in regards to like the book is depression. And just kind of you touching on it. You mentioned like how you never thought you would, go through it or, be in it. So what was that process like, just dealing with it and, kind of overcoming it?
I think because, now mental health is like in everybody's face, and people are like, oh, I was depressed. And people are like, yeah, okay, whatever. You still get up every day and you do whatever. But when you actually read the definition of depression and you realize what it is, like 9 times out of 10, everybody done felt that way. You just didn't know what it was. Them days that you don't feel like getting up out the bed, or you had to pull yourself out the bed. I done had corporate jobs where I had to cry myself up out the bed. Like, it was horrible. Like, I just don't understand why I got to work for this money. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why am I here?
For real.
Like, people just don't know. And I had to actually, that was one of the biggest things. I was like, oh, wow, I found the actual definitions how I feel. Like, people can't call me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because people be like, oh, you just crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, it is something wrong. Like, this is what's wrong. This is what I'm going through. This is what I'm feeling. I didn't know that. So when I talk about depression, I talk about my cousin that passed away. And he was a football coach for 20 years. But the also thing about that is this book is only about 6 people. In between those people, I lost other people. So it was kind of like one of those things where people get used to it and they make it normal that, oh, you lost somebody, okay. And you just, okay, I go to the funeral, I talk to my family, and I keep it moving. Like, I wasn't able to just keep it moving. And that's how the book came out. I couldn't keep moving, like, without letting all this stuff out, like, what is going on? So when I was feeling that I was depressed, it was like, I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know what that feeling is. Like, do I need to go get some help? Like, do I need medication? Like, how do you get over this?
Right. So, right.
Yeah.
And that's deep. That's hard because a lot of people don't know how to identify it. And just like you said, yeah, we've all kind of went through those moments where we just low.
Yeah.
Just low. Crying, right, at the drop of a hat, like just irritated, just low.
Yeah, and I thank God, like, I'm one of them people, I could bring myself up out of it. Like, I know what my triggers are. I know, like, certain things that bother me, like, you can't sit there too long. But I also know other people that when they get depressed, it ain't no simple, like, you need to go do something for yourself. It's like, it take days, even weeks for them to come up out of that. So everybody is different. Everybody deal with stuff different.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to, know, like, certain holidays or certain, times that you really, really need that person that was here that you lost. Like, you get those triggers, and it's like, when I know it's coming, then I know I got to do something about it. Like, everybody is not, fully aware of that.
Right. Okay. Now, I mean, in your experience, like, what advice would you give somebody that maybe needs help, like getting through depression?
I would tell them to actually seek help. Some people need therapy. Some people need somebody else that they can talk to. And some people really just need to get out of denial and acknowledge, like, I am not okay. Like, that's a big thing for me. Because I know, like, when people lose people, they get tired of hearing the same things. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, but what are you sorry for? Because you didn't do it. It's like, acknowledge the fact that I'm not okay. Some people are irreplaceable, and without them being here, I'm not going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, it's okay if you're not okay. It's okay if you need to go find you somebody to talk to. It's okay if you need some help. It's okay that sometimes you do get depressed and sometimes you go need a day. All of that is okay, and people need to acknowledge that that's okay. Like, it's nothing that you need to be ashamed of. It's nothing that you should hide from. You just need to know that, like, every day ain't gonna be a good day. Even if you ain't lost nobody, every day is just not gonna be a good day, and that's okay.
Yes. Y'all, we getting church up in here today. You know what I'm saying? We getting a lot of church going on. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Make sure that you guys share this video. Somebody else commented facts. Shout out to you, Jay Wilson. Shout out to you. Big facts. Everything that she's dropping is big facts. And I just think we don't talk about that enough. Like, just depression and dealing with it, identifying it, being comfortable saying we need help. And I hope, somebody is tuning in and really just soaking this, stuff in, because the more you pretend, the bigger it's going to fester and turn into something else, right, that you're not going to be able to get out of.
This is true, because I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I always knew. No, I'm
Right.
definitely one of them people. Like, I was good at being able to be like, okay, that happened. I'm gonna give it a couple of days or an hour. I'm over that. Like, I'm over it. Push it to the back, keep moving. Push it to the back, keep moving. Like, I was good at that. But sometimes, God will shake your world up and you just can't keep it moving no more. You need to let all that stuff out. You gotta acknowledge that you just not okay. Like, you can't keep walking around making everything look pretty, and then on the inside you really hurting. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's only so long you can keep up that fake facade, like, oh, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. No, you're not. Like, I'm not okay. Everything that done happened, I'm not okay with either.
Right.
And I'm working to, get all that out. So
Absolutely. Y'all definitely seek help, okay? Definitely seek help. But, the book is more, than obviously just depression. It's really just a beautiful piece. It's reflective, and I just love it. I think it's dope. So
I appreciate that.
I love it. One more time, y'all. Let me show y'all one more time. Because we got another book. Okay? Love You More. Isn't this beautiful, y'all? It's the cover art for me. Yep. It's now let's get into her second book, okay, which I also love. Okay, the front, the title, everything. All My Broken Crayons Still Color. Okay, look at this. Love it. So cute. So cute. Now, for one, I gotta know about the name. So where did you get the title, I should say, for the book? Where'd you get that from?
Actually, the title of the book was supposed to be the title of the other book. That was the original title for this book. But for some reason, once I added the journal pages in the back, it just didn't fit.
Okay.
And I was listening to something, and they was talking about how sometimes people are broken. But even if you feel like you're broken, you can still be used for something purposeful. And then I had seen a tattoo of an actual broken crayon. I'm like, oh, that's it right there.
Yes, I love it. Okay, All My Broken Crayons Still Color. That's so poetic. It's so poetic. I love that. I think that's super dope. So this is like daily affirmations, y'all. Now, y'all know we love affirmations. We love speaking that positivity. So what inspired you to, put together this book?
So I still, like I said, I still work a corporate job, and it got to the point where I would hear certain things and I would just write it down. And when my dad passed, I was like gathering a bunch of notes that I realized that I had like 2 or 3 words written down on this piece of notebook paper, or 2 or 3 words on a sticky note. And I'm like, well, maybe it's something. And I just started writing them down, on certain stuff to make me feel good. It just actually turned into a book. So that's how the book end up being set up. Like, you get an affirmation, you get a mantra to repeat, and then however I felt about it to inspire you is what's after that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, excuse me. Now, how did you come up with a lot of these affirmations?
Just from different words I wrote down, and a lot of it is just how I was feeling. Like, one of the affirmations in the book is, I can't remember it verbatim, but it's about, I don't compete with nobody. I only compete with myself. So that's just my way of thinking. So to me, that's an affirmation, because I'm not competing with nobody else. I'm just trying to be a better person for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be better than the Maxi I was last year. So I'm not competing with you. I'm competing with myself.
Yes. I love it. Y'all out. Look, this is one of my favorites that was in here, okay? Be the fortune in your own cookie. Be the fortune in your own cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to create your own destiny. That's how I took that.
That's basically what it is. Because a lot of times we, like, especially like you're in the podcasting space, like I'm in the podcasting space, I'm in the business space, I'm an author too. It's like sometimes we automatically expect the people close to us to support us. And they may not happen because people don't always believe in the stuff that we believe in. Like they didn't see the dream that you had when you decided you wanted to be a podcaster. A lot of people probably thought you was crazy when you wrote it down and said this, well, I'm about to start me a show and this is what I'm going to call it and this is what I'm going to do. And they're like, girl, bye. Ain't nobody doing, you can't do that. Like you ain't got the money to do that. You're not one of these rich celebrities that people going to actually listen to you. And you went from one viewer to 1,500 viewers. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. People is listening to me. So I don't need them, the people who gonna tell me that what I'm telling you, that I believe that if I do this, it's gonna be wonderful. I got to be the prize at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to be the prize at the end of the day. Okay, not you in here dropping the word back there. Dropping the word. I love it. I just love the positive energy for sure. I love it. So also in the book, you have a section where you can like write and elaborate. What do you hope people will do with that section of the book?
A lot of times I market that to parents that got kids. Like I got 3 nieces and 2 of them are still teenagers. And I know a lot of times they're not able to express how they feel. So to me, it opens the line of communication with them. Get them a book. Tell them if they feel a certain type of way after y'all read an affirmation, you're trying to encourage them and inspire them to be great. Maybe they going through something you don't know about. Let them write it down and hand you the book back. So y'all keep that line open so it's never a thing where you don't know what's going on with them. Because a lot of times they don't have the words to express it, but maybe they feel angry that day. Let them be able to write it down and let you know. And they don't feel judged by it.
And I mean, that's a perfect opportunity. And right where they won't feel judged, they can just give it back. Maybe they'll feel different tomorrow. I don't know. But
right. Even if you don't even talk to them about it, at least you know because they wrote it out on paper. And let you know, like, today was a horrible day because of X, Y, and Z. So it was inspired by that. Plus, I always find myself doodling, so it was really for me.
Getting your doodle on. No, I love it, y'all. I definitely want to show some of the inside of this so y'all can see it. But it's so dope. Like, I love that. So this, I think, is great because, it's something that can reach everybody, young people, older people. I just love that it's not like age directed.
Right, because it wasn't written that way. To me, I felt like a lot of times I'm an avid reader, so I read a lot of stuff. And then you will find that like a lot of popular affirmation books and stuff, it'll be like, okay, y'all went really, really deep, like really, really quick. Like I'm not able to use that. Like it's a lot. This book is not written like that. It's written real simple and easy to read. So if it's something as far as just be encouraged, you could say that to yourself. You got kids, you got friends, like, girl, you need to be encouraged today too. It's like something real simple that you can pass on to anybody. Okay. It don't just have to be like, oh, this is just for the adults. Y'all can't read that. You gotta be, really, really into the Bible, and you really gotta be into God, and you really gotta be into this over here to understand what's going on. No, you just gotta be able to read. That's it. You just gotta be able to read. If you can read, you got it right there.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Now, what do you hope that people will get from these books? What's like one main thing you hope they'll get from it?
I just want them to be motivated to start healing. That's it. Yeah. Because you want to show up in the world as a full, whole, healed person. You don't want to show up as a hurt little girl from 86. You want to show up right now, present, as a full, healed person. So if anything in either of these books could help you jumpstart that process, it could be one page or all pages. just so you know that you can show up as a full, whole person.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just loving it. Aren't y'all loving it? Make sure y'all give her some hearts, some shares. Rita, okay. Oh, let me pull you up. Rita Norman, okay. Speaking love and light. Absolutely, absolutely.
That's my sister.
Speaking love and light. Absolutely. I really think like a big problem with some mental illnesses is kind of lacking that positive state of mind. It's really important.
It is because a lot
It's
of people, a lot of times it's not really what people say to you, it's what you say to yourself.
Mm.
Like if you can wake up every morning and say, I'm a beautiful person, I'm gonna be motivated to be great. You start your day with a different mindset because you don't know what the day gonna bring. People gonna get on your nerves. People gonna try to do something to you, but you still know that you beautiful, you motivated, you encouraging yourself. Because sometimes you're not gonna get that from everybody. Everybody don't have a tribe of people that love them, that care on them, that pray for them every day. Everybody don't get that. Sometimes you got to be the only one. Like it might just be you. Like you got to keep bringing that positivity into your life, and the other people they'll come.
Okay, look, you got to be your biggest fan. You got to be biggest fan. Now, is there any author that's like particularly inspired you?
I love Maya Angelou.
Yes. Yeah. That's me snapping right there. I love
those.
her.
Was like some of the first books I ever read. Like Phenomenal Woman, I got that poem in actual book form, just one poem in a book. Like I paid a lot of money for this one book, this one page poem that she put into a whole entire book. Like that was it for me. I'm like, I don't know where this lady at. But I love this. My sister used to be like, oh, you is such a nerd. No, nobody cares.
You living your best life.
Like that was
you living your best life. Is that your favorite poem by her?
Yes.
Yes. I love her. She's dope.
Yeah.
She did some amazing things, and she sent out some amazing messages for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Now, aside from you, writing these amazing books on your Instagram and I think on your Facebook as well too, you mentioned like writing tips that you kind of give people. So as an author, as a writer, what are like 3 tips that you can give another aspiring writer?
The first one would be just start. The second one would be your process is not everybody else's process. Like you don't have to have the extremely, New York Times bestseller. You don't need their process. You just need to 1, start, and 2, do it however it comes to you. And then 3rd, and like I guess most important to me is make it true to yourself. Like it doesn't have to be nothing like anybody else's. Because we wasn't all meant to be the same anyway. So keep it true to yourself.
Yes. Okay, don't be flexing and lying, y'all, because I know how y'all like to do sometimes. Okay, don't be pretending. Just be yourself. Just be authentic. I love it. Just be authentic. Now, 2022, we halfway through the year already. Lord, it's flying too fast. And you mentioned earlier that you were working on another book.
Yeah.
Okay, so, is that going to be coming out in 2022?
It's coming out January 2023.
Okay. We'll hold on for that extra month. Okay. So can we get a little sneaky peek review on, more of what that will be about?
The name of the book is titled I Am Not Responsible for Your Tears. It's a guide to simply being happy. So it's really gonna be a book full of stories of my life that I felt like I went through and I got all the way through them, and now I'm happy. Like I done let it all go. I done encouraged y'all. I done tried to help y'all heal, and now I'm letting it all go. Like all of it, and I'm not responsible for nobody else's tears. Like they my stories. This is stuff that happened to me. This is stuff I went through. This is stuff I overcame. So it doesn't matter how anybody else is gonna feel about it, because I'm not responsible. I'm just not responsible for your tears. And I think a lot of times people don't tell their stories, or people sugarcoat stuff because you worried about how somebody else is gonna feel. And at the end of the day, you hurting yourself. So I'm not responsible for nobody else's tears. This is a guide to being happy. So when people get over that and let it all go, you're gonna find a way for you to just to be happy. Because I think sometimes when people be like, "Oh, you just want to be happy," you're like, "Yeah, okay, okay." You don't know. And I know for me, like one of the stories is really based on me always saying, "Well, I'm happy because they happy. I'm happy because whatever I'm doing is making this other person happy." And in all reality, I got lost in the sauce. I'm not happy. I don't even know what makes me happy no more.
Wow.
So now I'm not responsible for you, your tears, or none of that. Because if that's going to interrupt my peace, that's not going to make me happy. No, I'm not doing it.
Okay, yeah. Because listen, y'all tuning in right now. I mean, come on now. Like, do y'all know what makes y'all happy? Like, that's a very in-depth question.
And I ask people all the time, to be 40 years old, you can ask somebody like, what do you like? What make you happy?
Right.
Well, I like my kids. Okay, that's nice, but do they make you happy? Like, because when they grown and they out the way, what you gonna do now? And people be like, well, I don't know what make me happy no more. I don't know what I like to do. I don't know what I personally enjoy doing. So you can't be responsible for everybody else's tears when you're not really happy. And then you wonder why you got a lot of chaos going on around you because you're not happy. You didn't figure out what it was that you could do for you. Like just that one day that makes you feel good, the stuff that keeps you going. Because people will say all the time, you can't pour from an empty cup. No, you can't. And if you're responsible for all of these other people or they totally dependent upon you, then you're going to have to make sure that you're okay. Because if you're not good, whatever negativity you have, whatever troubles, chaos, whatever, you're going to pass that right on to the other people. So nobody around you is going to be happy either. So
yeah. Okay, y'all, it's getting deep. Okay, this feels like therapy 101 right now. Y'all getting some free therapy right now. Y'all, she ain't gonna do this again. Okay, next time y'all got to pay. Next time y'all got to pay for this. But no, I mean this is really deep for real because we don't get a lot of time to reflect on self, and I just feel like that's so important. I mean, everything that you're saying is just so important because happiness does start with you. Okay, it's internal. You know,
it's a choice.
It's internal, and you have the power to make yourself happy.
Yeah. And you don't want to, I mean, it took me a long time to get here. Like, if I could have caught this 15, 20 years ago, I don't know. It might have been 7 books, right?
Okay, no, but I mean, I love it. I just love your whole ideology with everything, especially in terms of just the mind state and just speaking positivity. It's so important. It's just so important for sure. Now, I do want to touch on again Radical Radio. Okay, shout out to Ms. Latina. Okay, shout out. So, when do you guys air? Like, what's the schedule? You know, you gotta let people know. You got shameless plug.
Radical Radio airs every Monday night at 8 p.m. She is currently on summer break because she just dropped her last episode of season 3.
Okay.
We like 2 years in. Or just straight podcasting. It's like the 3rd year of her show just being out here. We just reached like over 2,000 downloads this month. So I'm proud of her. So yeah, Radical Radio Podcast on all wherever you listen to podcasts, but it comes out every Monday.
Yes. Now, what is your definition of radical? We got to know.
I don't even know if I have a definition of radical. Truly just being your authentic self is radical. Because everything you like, everybody ain't gonna like, which is fine. Like, people should be okay with that. Like, you know, blue is my color. Like, if you don't like blue, that's fine. Like, you know. Like, people should be okay with just being themselves. It's just so much going on now, but like everything in the world, everything with social media, everybody want to be somebody else's clone. Why? I don't know. I never understood that. But you don't know that special gift that you have that you steady trying to be somebody else. Nobody else is going to ever see you for you. Like, you want somebody, you want to show up as yourself. And you want people to love and respect you as yourself. So
yes,
that's radical to me. You show up every day as yourself, however that is, that's fine.
Okay. Radical. We got a new definition, y'all. Okay, whenever I'm being radical, that's the definition. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. No, I love Radical Radio. I love y'all both. Definitely, the platform is amazing. Topics are amazing. So definitely make sure that you guys tune in to that too when they come back from summer break.
Right.
When they come back. So what else can we expect from you for 2022?
Right now, outside of the third book being wrote and coming out, me and my sister do have a podcast called Regina Kids. It's actually named after my mama. It's really about life as being a sibling. Like, really, we discuss all topics from everything. It's all over, all the topics. Anything you can think about, we're probably going to talk about. But it really came about because in the process of me writing these two books, I realized that you could grow up with somebody and y'all could live through the exact same experience, come from the same parents, and have two totally different outcomes. Me and my sister are only 2 years apart, but a lot of stuff we went through as kids, we have two totally different outcomes. Like some of the stuff she was like, what? Like, nah, I ain't even see that because I was, I was there. But nah, that ain't how I took it. Like, why did you take it like that? Like, when all that stuff happened to you, where was I at? I was there. I knew I was there. I experienced it with you. But no, you could live in a house with somebody and y'all could have two totally different experiences.
That's true.
So
That's true.
It's really talking about life is having siblings.
I love that. And that's a great topic. That's a great theme to have because it's a lot of secrets between siblings sometimes.
It is.
A lot of secrets on there. Okay. Now that's on Apple, Spotify, where is
everywhere.
That? Everywhere? Yeah. Okay, nice. When are new episodes dropping?
Episodes drop every Wednesday. Last Wednesday's episode was about me. It was all about the books.
Okay.
So my sister kind of interviewed me, but she can't take nothing serious. So and you'll realize that on the show, she is not serious at all. Like everything is funny to her.
Sometimes you need that little humor, though. You need that little humor for sure. So, I mean, still doing your corporate and everything else that you're doing, do you feel like you'll get at a point where you'll just be able to fully, do all the things you want to do, or do you like corporate still?
When I started my corporate job, I told them this is my last corporate job. So whenever it comes that's gonna be it, that's gonna be it for me. I'm not doing corporate America no more. I did my 20-year bid. I'm done with that. So whenever the opportunity comes and I'm able to step away, that's it. I'm not going back. All the tattoos in the world, I'm gonna get. It's over with. It is over with.
Tat it up.
It is over with. I'm making sure y'all not even gonna accept me. Like, lady, look, the tattoo on your neck is extremely. You can wear turtlenecks every day. No, ma'am. Y'all not even.
Y'all gonna see this.
Y'all not even gonna want me back. It's over with. Y'all not gonna want me back.
So then, what's a big goal for you business wise in the future?
To get out of corporate. That's the number one.
That's the number one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But outside of that, I want New York Times bestseller behind my name.
I know that's right.
That's the goal.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And that's definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen. I do have your IG and your Facebook scrolling on the bottom, but is there anywhere else you would like for us to tune in? How can we purchase books?
All the books are available on Amazon. Unless you want a signed copy, then you would have to DM me to get it. But
yes, and y'all better get them. Look, we gotta show them one more time before we get up out of here because they're just so dope, super super dope. Okay, love you more. Grieving isn't easy and healing hurts. Love that. Okay, and then we got all my broken crayons still color. I just love it. It's just beautiful. So definitely make sure that you guys tune in with her, follow her, purchase you a book. We touched on a lot of amazing stuff today. So I appreciate you just for being open and vulnerable and, just speaking the truth.
I mean, that's all that matters to me at this point. Like, I'm letting it all be free. I'm finna be happy. I don't know about everybody else. Y'all got some stuff y'all need to get off. Y'all better let it get off because, hey, you don't let nobody interrupt your happiness at this point. Without everything that's going on, everything people going through, hell, gas is $7.100. Like, at this point, everybody better be happy. Like, okay. You better find it.
Yes, absolutely. You got to make your own happiness.
Definitely.
So again, make sure that you guys tune in with Miss Maxi here. I have her IG, Facebook, scrolling on the bottom. Okay, her books are on Amazon. One more time, we got Love You More. Grieving isn't easy and healing hurts. Okay, and then we got All My Broken Crayons Still Colors. So affirmations, if you're somebody that loves affirmations, I definitely do. This is definitely one of those. I have a few bookmarked, so that's that. But no, I appreciate you. Yeah,
I appreciate you
for sure, and definitely let me know when your third book drops as well.
I'll definitely get you a copy.
You know, that sound like another one of those up in here. No, but I love it. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Shout out to your family.
Yeah,
you know.
They're my people, all the Mormons. That's what's up.
Yeah,
right there.
Shout out to them. They showed a lot
of love. That's my little tribe right there.
Absolutely. They were showing a lot of love. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that hearted and shared and liked. Okay, make sure you guys purchase from an amazing Black author today. Okay. Thank you again for coming on Pillow Talk.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Pillow Talk Podcast, streaming on all major platforms. Sending love and light to all y'all. Peace out.